So I'm back again. As soon as I logged off the YouTube, somehow when I logged off my page, this was the second thing on my page. After I logged off, FBI records the vault. And I'm not joking, y'all. That's exactly how it happened. FBI records the vault. This is what showed up as soon as I logged off my YouTube channel. Federal Bureau of Investigation, the vault. I didn't even know they had something like this, you all. I didn't. Let's look at this. So in 1947, a rash of sightings of unexplained flying objects, UFOs, swept America. Although the newly formed U.S. Air Force was the primary investigator of these sightings, the FBI received many reports and worked for a time with the Air Force to investigate these matters. This release details the FBI's role in investigating such reports between 1947 and 1954. So if you're all just tuning in, I didn't even know this thing right here existed. And I logged out of my YouTube, and there it is, right there. I'm going to close these other programs that I have open. I have a lot of other programs open. I'm going to close them all. Don't save it. I hope I don't accidentally close you all out. I got all these other programs opened. Free up my space right here. Yeah, we're going to look at these. If you want to help. If you want to look at these with me, you can, because I've never seen this before in my whole entire life. I haven't, but I think that's pretty neat. It's really strange. It's really strange how it showed up on my computer, and I'm not joking, you all. We're gonna look at this. Yes, hello, Apple Brooks, honey, and Susan B, and Michelle, and Ashley. Oh, it's just us girls. We love it. Yes, we love it. Yes, we got it, you all. The vault. Some more cannabis. Did you find the vault before? God is destiny. Yes. Yeah, I didn't know about it. I didn't know about it at all. Hello, you all. So yeah, this is pretty cool. So we're going to look at the vault. Let's hope we can get the stuff on here. You saw some UFOs in Missouri, you all. We go over here on the this screen right here, you all. Let me do this. Let me put myself maybe about right up here. Maybe, you all, we can do it. I'm going to kind of get up here. So look at this. So this is the vault. The vault links. Yes, we got it, you all. We're going to look at this. So I was going to look into this one, but you can't really look in this one because it's all blurry right here. Look at the pages, because it's so like this, you can't really see anything. It's so dark. And I thought we can't look at that because it's too whited out, so we're not going to look at that one. But they have these UFO things, you all. We can look at this one. Look at this. Let's make it big, you all. We can make it really big to read. Office Memorandum, United States Government, July the 11th. Flying Discs, 1947. Hello, Susan Donahue, honey. Aw, that's great. God is destiny. That's right. We can smile. So look at this. So this is really interesting. We could probably, let me see if I can, let me put this back to me. Yeah, let me get this out of the way. I'm going to see if I can do a window share with that. I'd like to just do a window capture. Well, probably the window capture probably wouldn't do that well. Then I could just stick myself on here, and I don't have to worry about going to and fro. But no, you all, no, Gina, just stay where you're at. You all, I'm so excited. I really am. A tad bit excited that this just showed up out of nowhere, and it did. That's right. So the boot office called at noon today and stated that, wish we could see what's behind there, a blank. What can we see what's behind there, you all? Can we even read what's behind there? No, they hit it really good. It looked like a big black ship. It really does. Okay, Twin Falls, Idaho at 2:45 a.m. Mountain time today. They heard a noise in the back of her home. She thought a collision had occurred and investigated. and found in the backyard of her home next door an object described as follows, you all. A disc 30.5 inch in diameter, circular in shape. It is dished like a saucer, and actually there is a saucer within a saucer in the manner of symbols. On the surface, there is an attached plastic dome described at about 14 inches in diameter, affixed to 8 by 8 bolts in a rather rough manner. The bolts can best be described similar to shovel bolts. On the other side is another dome, metal color. Though the plastic dome can be observed, 3 tubes similar to radio tubes. You all, is this somebody made something like this, you all? What kind of UFO report is this? Radio tubes and wirings. The disc certainly is 10 inches thick. It's generally 10 inch thick. At the point where there are domes located, 14-inch thickness, there is an object on it similar to an electric coil, which has some type of an arm on it, and it bears the word Inspected TS. Some of the wiring has been burned off, and it looks though something might be missing. They stated that if this were the work of some prankster, he went to quite a bit of a trouble. He stated the press is aware of the incident. He stated that the disc had been picked up and was now at the police department, Falls, Idaho. Do all was somebody doing pranks like that? I don't think that's very nice. Do you think it's nice? I don't think it's nice. Let's look at this. Oh, there's lots of pages. Your letter has been received. Your letter has been received. What are these? For your information, I can't read certain people's comments that well. Shreveport, Louisiana advises he observed a circular disc 6:05 p.m. this date coming from a direction. The disc landed in the 1500 block of Texas Avenue. Picked up the disc at 1550 Texas Avenue. Disc circling, seen in the air. Fire went out on landing. Smoke, something seconds. Fire went out. Disc picked up and not hot. So these people are picking up disc, a tight, thin aluminum disc. You all, why do they put something like this? You think this is like just a joke, try to make people think that there are no such things as UFOs. Look, the object in thick inch diameter, 2 inches long. What is this, you all? Fluorescent light? Are they trying to... What's going on? This is so strange. Why would they do this? You think that's just making fun of people? Really, if you think about it. Is this making fun of people? Look at this. So this is all about people making discs. Planes chasing disc find only an empty sky. Newport News, Pennsylvania, Chicago. Get 'em room. Yeah, no, this don't know. Why do they got stuff like this? I don't even want to come over here and do this. Jet fighters alerted. Military aircraft hunted the skies over the Pacific state today in the sight of the mysterious flying saucers for 12 days have puzzled the entire country. Earlier reports of results were negative. 5 P-31s of Oregon, I don't know what they are, in the mountains where the area where the strange object was reported. A 6 circled over Portland in constant radio contact with the other 5. All carried photographic equipment. The commanding described their flight as a routine patrol, but they said they had been instructed to watch for flying discs. A Mustang plane went up above New York. 2 hours he circled a 3,500 feet, but he didn't see a thing. Then fishing trip, they denied knowing anything about it. ET fighter jets, out of touch. Something with a propeller in the center, you all. This is strange. Whatever it is, reports generally gleaned the flying objects were round and they were oval, and their estimates of their speed ranged from about 300 to 1,200 miles an hour. They were described as flying with undulating motion at heights of 10,000 feet and less. Some describe them as glowing or humulus. What is that? Glowing or humulus? Look at that, you all. So, are y'all listening to this, y'all? This is kind of wild. Yeah. Y'all talking about life path numbers on here? People see things every day, too many options. The world causes people not to pay attention. Yeah, so these things right here, flying saucers on this side of the Atlantic. Independence Day. They saw some on Independence Day, you all. First reports of the phenomenon occurred on June the 28th in Boise, Idaho. A pilot told seeing 9 of the discs flying in formation at 1,200 miles an hour over the Cascade Mountains in Washington. Seen by 100 or 200. Arnold's account was taken lightly. Various explanations were offered: reflections, persistent vision, blindness, snow blindness. Soon afterward, other individuals in New Mexico, Missouri, California, and other states reported they had also seen flying objects. Then on Independence Day, 200 people in one group and 60 in another saw them in Idaho. Hundreds of others in Oregon, Washington, and other western states reported seeing them. July the 4th also fired reports of flying discs from the east of the Mississippi, since they have been reported in widely separated sections of the country in 33 states in all on July the 4th. Must be insane. London, don't mention those flying saucers on this side of the Atlantic unless you're prepared for an argument about your sanity. Maybe they have been seen by sober citizens over vast areas of the United States, but Europe won't believe them until somebody lassos one and has it photographed by Frank Sinatra, the British ambassador, and 5 Supreme Court justices. America's reply to the Loch Ness Monster corralled today's Bandy Dispatch, referring to Britain's something tall story of a serpent seen romping in Scotland. This is really wild. People to like saying my own number. Yeah. I see. Yeah, so this thing right here, this is some type of FBI vault, but when we first started reading, it's talking about people putting symbols together. Teeny tiny symbols. Telegrams, they got the Union telegrams here. I don't know how I ended up on this thing right here. It's supposed to be about UFOs, but some of these weren't very nice. They're talking about like symbols that you beat together and stuff like that, is what it sounded like. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, this is considered flying discs, you all. And I don't know if I want to do that, but you all can go to this FBI vault right here. You can search Indiana flying saucers. Let's see this. I don't got nothing. I guess I don't know how to do this, you all. This thing doesn't work. These things don't work at all. How are you going to search anything if it doesn't want to work? UFOs, Indiana. Indiana? Oh, okay. I might got something in Indiana. Let's see. Newspaper office in Idaho. The blank paper interviewed in regard to how well they knew this. Idaho, credibility, intentment, verify, news. Made on the 25th of June of 1947. Various mentioned news service to the effect that he had seen 9 objects flying in the air above the Cascade Mountain range. of Washington. These objects were subsequently referred to as flying saucers or flying discs, and will hereinafter be referred to as such in this report. They stated that they had known for quite a period of time, having had relations with various occasions, due to the fact that both he and the private flyers are frequently not together to talk shop. As far as he was concerned, anything said could be taken very seriously, and he believed it. They had seen the aforementioned flying disc. They stated after they reported having seen the flying disc that the editor of the paper had assigned him the assignment of taking airplane belongings to the newspaper, exhausting efforts to disprove the probability of flying discs having been seen in the Northwest area. So they wanted this person to disprove the possibility of flying discs. They didn't want them to do it. You all. So yeah, this is just kind of weird right here. Let me see if I can bring this down. The results of his assignment to blank and what he subsequently saw put forth in sworn statements signed by whatever and attached to this report. He's approximately 33 to 35 years old. In appearance, he's a very reserved person. He logged 2,300 hours of flying time in various types of airplanes, including whatever in wartime, U.S. Air Force Station Pacific. It's my opinion of the interviewer. He could have much more to lose than to gain, and would have very strong convictions that he actually saw something before he could report such an incident and open himself up for ridicule and accompany such a report. So they don't even want people to mention these things. They don't want them to mention them. They want to ridicule them. Isn't that something? They want to ridicule people on here. Look at all of these reports, and this is kind of weird. There's 111 pages of this. I'm just trying to see if there's any in here. Oh, we can do this. Phoenix office, negatives. I guess they took pictures and they wanted negatives. Is this even going anywhere? They want to give them to the Army? Yeah. I guess they destroyed the photographs of this. The results of photographing a ship stated that to surprise, the object appeared to be dark on a light background, and he fully expected that the object would be light on a dark background. He described the light spot which appears in the center of the object as being a greenhouse. Instead, the ship made no noise that was audible to his ear, and he was unable to detect the presence of any propeller. He related that after the newspaper release over the radio station, statements were made that he had stated Army officials were studying the photographs and that it was a top secret. He attempted to determine the source of this release to the radio station, and they finally told him that it was a United Press release from Washington, D.C. The following description was obtained for observation. I guess they did that. It should be stated at the time of the interview that he identified himself as an agent of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Pursuant to the request, he was introduced as a representative to the United States government. It was a peculiar procedure. The conclusion, he requested to furnish him with the negatives that he took, stated he'd be glad to do so, but they were not in his immediate possession, you all. I think they destroyed a lot of the pictures and stuff like this, is what I think they did. They destroyed